What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American Politics, back in with a new video. And today, it is time that we discuss the 2024 United States Senate election in the great state of Montana. Now, a couple months ago, I made a video discussing the possibility of Jon Tester retiring. And while there still is a chance of a retirement, he has been indicating that there is a chance at least. We need to discuss, can the Republicans actually beat Tester in the situation that Tester actually runs? Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below. Again, follow both of them. We still don't know what we're going to do with them. I'm still debating it. And of course, join the channel today. Guys, you know what to do. Just for $3 a month, you can join Real American Politics. That's a phenomenal deal, as it helps support the daily content. We all love that daily content. So I hope you join today. Alright everybody, let's get in today's video. So like I said earlier, we talked about Jon Tester potentially retiring in 2024. Now, it's not official yet if he will run, but I want to focus on the circumstance of him potentially running. Let's just say in April 2023, which is when he's expected to announce his retirement or his candidacy, let's say he announces he's running for re-election. Well, we got to take a look at Tester's electoral history. And let's go back to 2006. This was the first time Jon Tester ran for statewide office in the great state of Montana. Now, Tester won this race by just under a point. This was in 2006. Again, the colors are different because this is Dave's Atlas. It's a little bit different than other websites. But point is, Tester only won by just under a point. He only got 49% of the vote. This was during a blue wave year and when things weren't as polarized as they are now. This is a key circumstance, or I should say key circumstance, a key fact. Remember that. 2006 wasn't as polarized as it is now. That means you don't got as many partisan Democrats, voting down ballot blue no matter who, or Republicans voting red no matter who, as you do now. 2006, you had a lot of ticket splitters. Some exist still, but you get the point. 2006, there was a significant chunk of ticket splitters left for federal races, not just, for governor elections. Again, that's a whole different can of worms. But 2012, Tester won by around 4 points. But you notice here, he got less of the vote. I mean, he only got 48.5% of the vote. That's down from 2006. In 2012, it was, a bit favorable to Republicans, at the generic ballot at least. The fact is he won by 3.5 points, but there is a caveat to this. The Libertarian got around 6.5% of the vote. And while there's debate about how much did he hurt the Republican, you notice that he did best in the more conservative Republican counties in Montana. Just look at this yellow map. The darker yellow counties, Sanders County, they have a bit larger share of the population voting for the Libertarian. So there's that. But you get the point that he still did not crack 50%. And in 2018, which was another blue wave year, yeah, he won by, 3.5 points, slightly less than he did in 2018. Again, a bit less. But you get the point that in 2018, which was significantly more favorable to Tester, the fact of the matter is he did comparatively worse than he did in 2012. He only won by around a half point less than he did in 2012, which is more than 2006, but 2018, he only won by 3.5 points. And this was the first time he cracked 50% of the vote. Now, this is an argument I've always said. If you're cracking 51% of the vote every single election, not counting runoffs and stuff like that, you're in a fine situation. This was the only time when Tester ran for the Senate that he cracked 50% in a blue wave. That's not as impressive as some people think. Now, the question is this. Who should the Republicans run in this seat. Now, I personally have my opinion, alright? So, there's 3 good ones that you could run, and 1 complete trash one. The trash one, of course, is Ryan Zinke, one of the biggest underperformers in 2023. The guy has a lot of corruption scandals. He should be nowhere near the House of Representatives, let alone the Senate. The fact is, though, there's a good chance he runs. We got to do everything we can because he's the only one that I actually am afraid of could lose a Jon Tester in this situation. I mean, he nearly lost Montana first. You know, a seat that Trump won by around 10 points? He nearly lost it against a nobody. How is that even possible? And remember, he almost lost the primary last year to, once again, an underfunded, more conservative candidate. It's like, dude, with Trump's endorsement, that was pathetic. There is 3 other people that I would preferably run. And I don't really care who it is, because they're all very similar. But I do have, I guess you could say, a personal list of who I would want to run. Now, the least likely option to run is the governor of Montana, Greg Gianforte. Very underrated. I call him the DeSantis of Montana. He is very similar to baseness as DeSantis, if not a bit more based. He is vastly underrated. Not enough people discuss him. He is one of the best governors in the country. The only reason nobody talks about him is, well, he's in Montana. There's not necessarily a lot of people that live there, but he's done a great job. But sadly, it is unlikely he is going to run, which is fine. I guess just keep him the governorship for as long as he can because he's a very solid governor. Now, the 2 candidates that I do want to run, right? One of these 2 I want to run. Make sure Zinke doesn't get anywhere close to win the primary. It's either Attorney General Knudsen or Representative Rosendale. Now, a lot of people are groaning at the idea of Rosendale because people are going to say, oh, 2018, he lost to Jon Tester. Guys, this is such a stupid statement that, oh, he lost in 2018. That means he can't run. 2018 was a blue wave. Get this out of your mind that Jon Tester, won because Rosendale was a terrible candidate. No, he won because he was an incumbent in a blue wave year with no Trump on the ticket, no presidential race on the ticket. If this was 2020, it would have been close, but I do think Rosendale would have pulled it off. This idea that, oh, Tester won in 2018 against Rosendale automatically makes him an uncredible candidate, that's absurd. Plus, Rosendale in his congressional races did roughly the same, if not a bit better, than Republicans at the top of the ticket. So it's like, what do you say about that? But I could make the argument that, oh, there's a chance he may not get past the primary because he may have pissed off Trump. But who cares? That's a pointless argument. Now, it's one of these 2, Knudsen or Rosendale. I personally, Rosendale I think is slightly better on the issues, but Knudsen's also solid. He is a Attorney General of the great state, and it's sounding like he is probably going to run. It's not for sure, but I don't care. I think either one of these guys will win. Knudsen probably would win by a slightly larger margin than Rosendale. Zinke's the only one that I'm afraid that he would probably lose that race. I don't care what the elected bros say about, 2018. 2018 and 2024, 2 completely different environments. A blue wave versus what was a neutral cycle. In what is going to be a neutral cycle, at least in 2024. So yeah. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below, and join the channel today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.